Good morning. Oh, sorry, afternoon. About to start. Today, then, we're going right back to basics, and we're having how to revise. So, if you feel confident, great. This is for people who do not feel confident, haven't got a clue what they're doing. So, the first thing you do, I'm going to see if I can end up with an impressive list. So, number one. I'll try and bring it in. This is really tricky, this whole selfie stick malarkey. And that's me, hello. Number one, you choose an essay. And I am going to, this method works for section B and section C on both papers. So here's Twelfth Night. Can you see that? In Twelfth Night, men are presented as having a greater depth of feeling than women. To what extent do you agree with this view? And you have to work through all the essays. So you know what you do. You do the box bit with the new box. And in Twelfth Night, men are presented as having a greater depth of feeling than women. The content, we're going to have to do men with deep feeling and women. Sorry, I've gone off the end of the box. That's accidental, that line. Women, deep feeling. And I'm going to be thinking about Orsino and Olivia and Malvolio and Viola and probably and seeing where I get to. We've done this all in class, haven't we? Hang on a minute. And so the actual debate, which is greater, not in real life, which is presented as greater. So the first thing, I've added an extra box here. What's my answer? My answer is going to be no one seems to have very deep feelings. So my actual answer is neither. And I will structure it with, okay, men do have deep feelings, and with each one, it looks like Orsino has deep feelings. He hasn't. It looks like Malvolio's got deep feelings. He hasn't. It looks like Olivia's got deep feelings. She hasn't. Maybe then go on to Viola. It looks like Viola's got deep feelings. Well, maybe she has. So I'm saying I can see why people think men have got deeper feelings, but actually neither men nor women. And in fact, maybe because Viola's a woman, that's got the edge. Maybe slightly more women. So that's what I'm going to do. And then what I have to do is to choose all the quotes about Orsino that I want, presumably from Act 1, Scene 1, all the quotes about Viola, all the quotes about Olivia, all the quotes, I've forgotten who else I said, Malvolio. Get all those quotes, go on to Quizlet. Shall I write Quizlet here just for extra visual view? Go on to Quizlet and make a list of all the quotes I would use for that essay, ready to be learned off by heart. Then I would go on to essay 2. I'd do exactly the same. So that question is, Twelfth Night delights in the folly of misrule. So the content, I have to do misrule. Maybe a bit, is it folly? Anyway, the debate is clearly, does it delight in it or does it not? I'll put it, does it delight or not in the folly of misrule? And my answer, I think, is going to be, you can't see the bit I've got for my answer right the way down there. My answer appears to be, yeah, it looks like it does, but actually. So I might do a bit about Sir Toby and Sir Andrew's misrule. I might do a bit about Olivia and as a woman. I might do a bit about Maria as a woman and as a servant. I might say it looks like these are all celebrated, but actually by the end they're all firmly, Malvolio's misrul's put back in its place, Olivia's put back in her place, so Toby's not punished. And Maria, I might then actually say the one bit which seems to be celebrated is Maria's the challenge, which is quite a minor part of the play. So overall, it looks like yes, but actually mainly no, it's not delighted in. And then I would have to write my Olivia, my Maria, my Malvolio and my Sir Toby answers. And I would have to go on to Quizlet and write all the quotes that I wanted to use and all characterization and setting and surprises and how it's been set up in the play, all my methods there. And I would carry on like that. So I would do, by the time you've done 5 or 6, you're saying the same things over and over again. You're doing Orsino. You're always doing Orsino's opening. You're always doing Olivia and the way she talks to the fool and the way she talks to Malvolio and how in charge she is. You're always talking about the way Viola takes charge when she's shipwrecked. You're always talking about Malvolio's challenge and then his daydream and then his ending. There are, say you might have 10 bits that are all, it's always from those. You've put them all on Quizlet and then you learn them all off by heart. So the way to actually revise is what you do. You do a 12th night, section B. This isn't working. Hold on. A 12th night, section B. You then do an IOBE and Small Island, section B. You read the models as you go, any models you can find, and put their ideas in as well. You look through your notes, putting those ideas in. And then you do another 12th night, and then you do another IOBE and small, and you just keep working through until you've made your own quote banks on Quizlet or on bits of card if you prefer. And then you learn all those off by heart, and you know exactly what you're going to pretty much put for any answer. This is assuming you know the text well. If you don't know the text well, you've got to keep watching 12th Night, which will help for section A. And you've got to keep watching The Importance of Being Earnest and reading those chunks that we picked out from Small Island for you. Okay.